Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest or two. And
or two.
I'll let you know which one's special.
Oh my god, you're
maybe
so
they're both a little special. And today we're gonna do a little haphazard interview-ish type style video. We're just gonna talk about some fun background on both of them and their experiences with coming out and being part of the LGBTQ plus community. Something that I don't think both of them actually even talk about on their YouTube channels.
No,
this
not
is kind of a fun way to you guys to hear more about their stories. So today we're actually all wearing my merch. You can find it at thecaseyblake.com.
It's seriously really,
it's really nice.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit is
actually
really
so
comfy.
really soft.
I don't like
it's
it.
so soft.
Like
Tony's
this,
wearing a women's small right now, just
and
for reference.
but like I
work it too.
Yeah.
And Georgie's actually wearing a tri-blend deep V-neck, and you can see all the options on my website.
Hello, my name is Georgi Grimm. I am 22. I will be 23 very soon. I was about to say 23, but I'm actually I am gay. I identify as a lesbian. My pronouns are she, her, hers.
Hi, my name is Tony Mintz. I'm 23 years old. I am gay. I use male pronouns, so he and his.
Were there any signs or feelings in your childhood?
Well, when I was 3, I got kissed by a boy and I hated it. I don't know, it's weird to think about, but yeah, there was definitely a lot of signs, like Barbies and all that. I liked them better with, not the guys, but with the girls and all that, so that's how
Oh my god, Georgie.
She put Ken in the trash.
Yes, basically.
He was like, you are wasted.
Yeah.
Dispose of him.
Yeah, so that's my experience growing up, I think, yeah. Because I grew up Catholic, I didn't really get any exposure to the LGBTQ community, not because my parents weren't open to it, but because I just went to Catholic school, so we never talked about any of that stuff. It was more like hush hush, you know? It was like Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You know what I mean?
So from what I know of, no, I had no real big thing happen from according to my parents. They kind of knew, when I was about 6 years old. I just knew that I was an emotional person, but then again, I'm a double water sign, so god. But no, I really had nothing. It kind of all came crashing down on me like a ton of bricks when I was about 19 years old. Everything fell apart. I questioned everything. My brain was like, hey, so the past, the present, the future, everything that you know, everything that you are is just not progressive. So, and then, so back then, so about nothing in my childhood, but when I was 19, that's when it came crashing on me, which my brain went, hey, so you're not straight, and you're not bi, so, gay? And then it just went, oh, okay, yeah, good.
When did you start questioning, and how did you learn what being gay was? And I guess what age were you, or was there a specific event?
Senior year of high school, when I started questioning it, I was like, maybe I'm bi. And I remember talking to my mom, and I was like, hey mom, I think I'm bi. And she was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, wait, no, never mind. And I completely wrote it off for a really long time. And then I got into a relationship with a guy, and that was a really bad time for me.
When did you start questioning your sexuality?
That happened to me 16. It didn't hit me till I was 19, but for a good while there, it didn't actually click, because my brain just, in high school, when you're forming your identity, not just, what you're being told, but when you're starting to wait, hold up, what is this? When you're, when you're becoming aware and self-aware, when you're starting to figure out what you want out of your life. That's about the same time I started wanting to do YouTube, actually.
Yeah.
So it all came in tandem. But that was about 16, when, like I said, 19 years old, everything just hit hard, and like I said, 7 months of that. I've talked about this very briefly on my old channel. The only thing that I've seen is on my family, stability has been a big thing. So once they saw that I was actually happy with myself, then they were actually able to be happy for me.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was the first time you learned of the term of being gay?
So I knew that gay was a bad word when I was 2009. Because, about a decade ago when I was 13, because I know that whenever someone in the family said gay, it was something that was bad. Mm-hmm. And then, irony happened.
Yeah, and that's funny, because I'd always been aware of, lesbians, because I had a lot of friends who had, 2 moms, and I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever, really oblivious to everything, and then, yeah, right? And then as I got older, I actually, for some weird reason, started, really like understanding, and so I started like being weirdly homophobic, you know, and I had all this internalized homophobia, and I was like, I don't know why I have such an aversion, because my family never, you know, displayed that type of homophobia, because they've never been homophobic. Keep that in mind, obviously, you know, being Catholic, but
She's also from a city.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, having internalized homophobia is very common before coming out.
Oh, it is.
It's one
It's
of
very common.
It is.
because it's a backlash against herself for being like, is this actually a real thing about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what sucks is when you externalize it and someone witnesses it and
Reject
then
it.
you
Yeah.
hurt someone.
Well, yeah, and like I would even do this like around my parents. They'd be like, well, that's not, you know, weird. That's not bad. And it was like obvious that they were totally fine with it from the get go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came out and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
It is very common.
Yeah.
Big thing for her though, she's from a city, and she's from Seattle. Seattle's like one of the most, you know, gay-friendly cities.
Yeah.
I'm from a small town
Yeah.
about a good bit south of Seattle. We don't have, you know, a gay district because there's maybe in my area maybe like 5 gay guys that I know of, and that's it of a population of 10,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's difficult for me from my end because I didn't have exposure for it. I only learned about that honestly through YouTube. Oh, if you guys hear fireworks,
Yeah.
by the way, so we're in Anaheim, hence also all the YouTube stuff.
Oh,
There.
yeah.
We're at VidCon right now, by
the
the way.
background.
We're at VidCon.
We're at an Airbnb.
So Disneyland is a couple blocks out that way.
Yeah.
So
You know,
I'm-
I was wondering what all this. I thought someone was kicking like a basketball
No.
or something up against the wall.
No.
I don't know.
just
I thought
constantly.
someone was getting murdered, so that's okay.
Is there a favorite memory since coming out?
Pride this year, actually.
Pride was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite thing.
That was the best.
That was
Just
so-
like everything
yeah.
else leading up to it has been shitty.
It's been real
With
bad.
dating and all that, it's been shitty for both of us, honestly.
Yeah.
And I know I can say that confident.
Oh my god, it was so stupid. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Pride this year, which is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would say the same.
I'd
probably.
say the same
Yeah.
thing.
Tell me about coming out. Who did you tell first, and what was their responses?
Tony was the first friend that I told, and he was like, you were happy. Such a weird way to say this.
That
You
is so
were-
shady.
It sounds like he was very questioning of you.
On my end, what I saw, because when he came out to me, the biggest thing was you went from being completely happy being bisexual to suddenly just being gay. And I...
When that happens, it's fine.
How were you able to trip when sitting down? You were the worst. But on my end, what I saw was she went from going, you know, being happy being bisexual. I'm like, cool, fuck yeah, that's awesome, good for you,
I
live
don't
your life,
think
be
I
happy.
actually was happy. I really don't.
Well, keep in mind, in the time that I had known you,
Outside perspective.
Yeah.
New relationship.
True.
yeah.
But also, there was this one time when we got super drunk on my birthday. My 21st birthday, so...
Oh no,
Okay,
you're pulling up this story. Oh,
I
my
am.
god, I'm the
I
worst.
have to.
I'm the worst human. I'm gonna be so bad on camera now.
It's okay, don't worry, he's the best. So don't think this is a horrible
I'm
thing.
horrible. Okay.
I'll intentionally not leave his YouTube channel below.
Don't do that.
That is
Don't do that.
That's actually like the subtweet of the decade right there.
Anyways, so we got super drunk. He started like analyzing me because he likes to psychoanalyze people. And
I like just questioning people.
I
Just to make sure that
know.
they're happy. Yeah.
But and then he like started like asking me these questions like, do you really, you know, are you really bisexual? Are you really bisexual? And I was thinking he was trying to make me, you know, admit that I was straight, but I knew that wasn't what that was, and I was like getting really frustrated, really, you know, flustered. And it's like, okay, I don't know. And I didn't really understand the point of the questions actually. So what was your perspective?
From my end, what I saw was one of the biggest things about I've seen with identity, because I know this from my own coming out, is there's a very big difference of what you say and what you feel to your own, you know, your own identity. So for me, you know, because I've been questioning for a good bit of time especially after Crashed and Burnt, you know, was that actually real? Is that a real identity? So one of the things that I do, because I do this to people, you know, I have no problem with someone's identity. Kidding me, I don't give a shit. As long as you're happy being yourself, that's all I really care about. But from my end, I'm like, well, is this because you haven't figured that part out of you yet? Have you not discovered that part about you yet? Why aren't you, you know, why are you uncomfortable talking about something rather than just being like, well, no, this is just me, this is just what I do.
Right.
Like, well then, describe that experience.
Yeah.
Right? Describe what it means for you to feel this. Well,
I think-
how do you feel that way, and how do you know that you feel
What
that
I
way?
know, what I'm
Yeah.
realizing now actually, which is funny, is that you were actually offering me the opportunity to explore this more, and instead I decided to shut you down because I didn't want want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
because
And that's also very normal.
Yeah.
It's
the biggest thing you can do with someone that's questioning themselves is ask them such a direct question. Your story. Who did you tell first?
So I told a friend of mine who's pansexual, and she immediately took me to Target and hit me with a random pill and said, "Welcome to the gay club." I'm like, okay. And then I came out to my sister, and then eventually a couple other people, a couple family and friends. Family, yeah. A couple friends. And then my family, they, like I said, a member of mine outed me, but honestly, whatever. They knew
It was gonna happen eventually. I mean,
They knew anyway that I definitely was gay, so.
Yeah, no,
It was just to the point where it's like, yeah, it was bound to happen anyway, so.
Was there a moment where you felt like you were authentically being your true self?
Yeah, actually.
Yesterday?
Well, yes, yesterday,
Basically.
pretty much, you know what I mean? Like, damn, it's just, every day for me, so it's fine.
It's everyday, bro.
It's everyday, bro, like, name it. Anyways,
God.
I don't know, I feel like January, well, okay. I would say when I cut
New
my
year, new
hair.
me. New year, new me.
Oh yeah. No, but I actually think it was when I cut my hair. Like, literally, like when I
Shorter
cut.
and shorter and shorter.
Yeah, no,
and
but when it was
shorter and
this,
shorter. Yeah.
this specific haircut, which was
Pixie. Yeah.
in March.
Yeah.
Ish, yeah, last
Yeah,
year.
about March.
That's when I really started feeling like my authentic self. Like when I really started being like, yep, okay, this is me.
Have either of you experienced any problems in public?
Actually, no, I have not. I mean, I've had some people stare at me, like stare at me, and I'm like, I don't care. I've actually not had any like homophobic comments towards me.
So, happened multiple times in Seattle, a couple of times in my area.
Just on the street?
Yep, on the street. One time, and it's interesting because it's definitely a cultural difference. Italy, I've had it where one of the professors that I knew, she knew that I was gay, and she just went on like, at one point she pulled me aside and said, "Yeah, no, we don't talk about that here." I'm like, "Really?" And she was saying, it's like, well, it's just, sex in Italy is a private matter because it's with someone who you love, so it's going to be a private affair. So they don't have the West Hollywood sex is everywhere and everything type of like public appeal. It's a more private thing.
What's one message you'd like to leave to the boys and girls going through similar situations?
I think what I would say is, if you're gonna label yourself as something, make sure it's right, but also give yourself the time to explore that and understand that about yourself.
Feel it, don't say it.
Exactly. Feel it, don't say it, and treat yourself with respect, because that's the most important thing.
I actually have these 2 rings that I wore, and I wore this my freshman year, and I actually bought these again during the whole ordeal, coming out, dealing with identity crisis, dealing with, quarter life crisis essentially. The biggest thing was I bought these rings because I told myself it's basically live today, thrive tomorrow. It's essentially carpe diem in like the positive and negative sense. The positive way is saying, seize the moment, seize the best thing. What you have today is an opportunity for you to discover something about yourself, do something about yourself, make each day a step forward. It means that, despite something being bad in your life, there's always the opportunity for you to discover something about yourself. Yeah.
So I'm going to jump in and real quickly give a word of advice as well. One thing that I've been doing is just for my own mental health and my own self-love and self-worth, I've been waking up every morning and telling myself 1 or 2 or 3 things that I love about myself. I
Lots of
place my
affirmations.
hand
It's so
onto
nice.
my
Yes.
heart,
It really is.
and I just tell myself it can be the same thing every day. If that's the best way for you to do it, it can be whatever you want it to be. It can change on a daily basis. It can change, like you could do it halfway through
It can
the
change
day.
on an hourly basis.
It does
Yeah, I
not
do that.
matter. I personally think it's just great to start off with some sort of a positive message, especially towards yourself.
Yeah.
Every morning, it makes every day a little bit better, and it truly changes kind of that mindset throughout the day. So instead of saying, "Oh, I hate this, oh, I hate that" about myself throughout the day, you're starting to think about the things you actually are happy with.
Yeah.
So
So you can reach me on YouTube. It will be under my name, Georgi Grimm, Grimm. Instagram is the same, and Twitter is the same as well. Snapchat is also the same, I think, maybe. I don't know, we'll
it'll
see
be on
anyways.
screen.
Whatever. Yeah, subscribe please, and also please follow me on my Instagram. So thank you.
Her Instagram's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, you say that because you're the photographer.
Yeah.
does,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. So that not to brag, but speaking of Instagram, yeah. If you guys want to follow me, my stuff is Tony Mintz. So MINTZ. That's how you find me. You can follow me on YouTube. It's just type in my name. It's Tony Mintz, and find me on there.
I'll try to leave everything down below if it's not on screen. But you guys can also go and follow me and my Instagram adventures. It's my
Please go
favorite
follow her.
platform.
Her
Yeah.
Instagram is amazing.
Really, though.
Oh my
It's actually really
god, it's so good though.
It's so
Oh,
good.
thank you.
Yeah.
So you guys can find this merch down in the description box below.
It's so nice. And no bullshit, because I'm a no bullshit YouTuber. This is so comfortable. Like absolutely, if you have the option to, and you find something you like, go do it. You have a description down below. Go find it. It's amazing.
They're pretty affordable. $20 I don't think is too much for a t-shirt, especially in this day of YouTuber merch, as I was informed earlier today. But it's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming
Thanks
on
for having
Of course.
and for opening up about such personal topics
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I know both of you have had difficulties talking
Yeah.
about,
Oh, yeah.
especially on camera.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I hope this encourages each of you guys to take a second to think about yourselves and your lives and maybe even sharing your stories.
Yeah.
But until next time, you guys, I love you all. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.